just one of the reasons why I love bringing this brother. A lot of times after we get done doing our interviews, he will sit there and pray with them. And I think that's a huge deal. That's a big deal right there. So that's awesome. What's your name, brother? Amir. How old are you, Amir?
22.
22. Where you from?
From South Philadelphia.
Okay. And we sort of been playing tag for the past couple months. We bump into each other, and you would let me know you want to do an interview. You seen the channel before, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And for whatever reason, we just never got to get together, but here we are now. You just see me say you wanted to sit down and speak. So tell me about yourself a little.
Okay. Currently, once again, stuck down here in Kensington. I wanted to the reason why we didn't get the chance to do a appointed interview, this is more so on site. Wanted whoever to see me how I am right now, flaws and all, physically, spiritually, emotionally, mentally. Those who know me, family, friends, who might see this video, you can tell I'm not even me right now.
Yeah.
Complexion darkened back up again. Currently up to date. I was just recently staying with my parents out Delco.
Okay.
And I'm with a housing subsidy program for young adults.
Okay.
And a life-threatening situation escalated and transpired at my apartment that I was staying at.
Was that here in Philly, or was that out Delco?
Yep,
Okay.
it was right in North Philly, which caused for me to relocate and contact my landlord for a peace termination. So I was staying with my parents out Delco until, me and my caseworker found a new apartment for me. But I ended up self-sabotaging that situation to come down here because ever since I got out of rehab, I just recently was discharged from Eagleville.
Okay. How was it when you was there?
Just like any other treatment facility, it is what you make it. And my situation just was getting worse and worse for me each time I relapsed. And just like any other time I was in treatment, my intentions was well. Yeah. I really thought I had this thing.
How long did you stay clean after leaving?
Not long. I relapsed on marijuana the same day I came home.
Okay.
Just substituting because listening to your interviews and listening to many parts of your testimony and your road to recovery, I became interested in the Vivitrol maintenance.
Yeah.
I'm hearing you talk about it.
Yep.
That's what I got on because I tried methadone and Suboxone, and all it is just other drugs that create physical dependency.
Yeah, sort of like a substitute.
Exactly. So that's what's been keeping me trapped in this cycle of addiction. Because my drug of choice is heroin and fentanyl.
How old were you when you started using?
Dope.
Yeah.
I was 20 years old.
Okay. And what do you think was it that made you use for the first time? Did it start with the perks? Okay. That's what I assumed, but I didn't, you know what I mean? I wanted to ask just to be
and all because I didn't have enough for a perk one day and my flesh wanted what it wanted. I ended up coming down here with $8 in my very first bag. I OD'd right into the L on Hart Lane. I came down here and being as I was a newcomer, I asked to Hispanic guy where it was the
Show you the dope.
Yup, and I was even scared then for the first time. I didn't even know you could snort it. I thought you had to shoot it.
Yeah.
But I was just craving for that high at the time, so I was willing even then. But he took me to the bodega around on C in Somerset, got the straw for me, and I was like, now what? All I knew was I had a flat bag in my hand. I didn't know what it looked like or anything. And he was like, here, give it to me. I didn't know the difference between fentanyl and heroin.
Yeah.
So pretty much he was like, hun, open it up. He scooped about half of the bag. He was like, hun, just put it in your nose and sniff. He put the straw in my nose, and that's what I did.
Yeah.
And I told him it was my first time. I never did it before. And he was like, wow, for real, Pop? He said, I don't even want to get this for you, for real.
Because he knew, those of us that have a little more experience, it's weird, but we don't really want to see somebody new do it, but we'll sort of help them too, because we'd be like, well, damn, they're going to probably do it anyway. So let me just at least help them to make sure, they be all right, sort of. It's weird, it's weird.
And whatever hidden agenda he knew he had.
Of course, and then there's that.
Yup. So he was like, Lord, forgive me. He was like, come on. And we went and got it.
Yeah.
So anyway, fast forward, he didn't even give me like a few minutes to see how it would come up on me or anything.
Yeah.
About 30 seconds after I sniffed it, he was like, you feel it yet? You feel it? Hun, you want some more? Hun.
Yeah.
He kind of forced it on me, gave me the second half. Not to mention, it was fentanyl.
Yeah.
It was like, looking back on it now.
Yep.
So he pretty much gave me a whole bag of fentanyl my first time. And I didn't go right out right away. I was cool for about 10 minutes. So I did still feel the high.
Yeah.
That first high. And I fell in love instantly.
Yeah.
So last thing I recall, we were standing by the train steps in Somerset, and we was talking, chopping it up or whatever. And I said, all right, nice to meet you. We parted our ways, and you can count how many feet step from Somerset train steps to Heartland, where that adult movie store is. And next thing I recall, I came back to, and it was two staff ladies from Prevention Point standing over top of me. One of them was holding my head tilted up, and I didn't even know what happened. And I was like, what happened? And you know how you can only inhale but so much air for your lungs filled to the capacity? I took a breath so deep. And looking back on it, the Bible verse came to my mind when God breathed the breath of life into man's nostrils. Once he formed him from the dust of the earth and man became a living creature. That's what instantly came to my mind.
That it felt?
The first, so that's how I knew like that was my life coming back into my body. And the first words that came out of my mouth was "Thank you, Jesus!" and I just started crying
it's real emotional time. I had it when I overdosed. It was super emotional. I wasn't prepared for it. It was super emotional.
Right.
I think it's because we're on the brink of death, and everybody doesn't get that second chance to come back.
Exactly, and I was just getting ready to say that. Just that fast, I could open my eyes up somewhere I did not want to be.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly,
There's
brother.
no pre-warning, you just out. You know what I'm saying? And
there's no warning labels, no nothing. It's just
EMTs and cops arrived. Moments later, they was like, I said, what happened? Did I hit my head or anything? They was like, we don't know. We trying to figure out that now. You wasn't breathing when we got to you. We had to give you Narcan, and I just bust out crying. I didn't even, you know what I'm saying? Just vulnerable, I died.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, they arrived.
Let me ask you a little bit about your upbringing. How was your childhood?
Okay, I grew up in a two-parent household. I wasn't raised by my biological dad. I was raised by my mom and my younger sister's biological dad. But that is my father. He did raise me from 9 months.
Okay.
My mom gave birth to me when she was 15 years of age.
Okay, so she was young.
And my biological.
Now, was there substance abuse issues in the household? Okay, so okay.
My mom is also an addict. Her drug of choice is PCP.
Okay. Do you still have a relationship with her?
Yes, I was staying up there with her and her husband out Delco now.
Okay. Okay, that's where. Okay.
Yeah,
Gotcha.
so there was. I'm not going. My mom intentions were good. You know what I'm saying? But all she knew was how she was brought up.
And especially being young.
Exactly.
You know, especially being a young parent. That's, you know, I just had a new daughter and I'm 39 and it's still a lot for me. I'm a grown man, financially stable, mentally in the right space, and it's a lot for me. So imagine a 15-year-old child having a child, and then not to say how they were brought up, and there's a lot of factors in that.
Exactly. So I don't really want to go into it. So
Yeah.
I don't want it to turn into like a bash session.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Absolutely.
Or my dad, but
Yep.
all I'm gonna say is her intentions were right, whether it was any form of abuse and neglect. You know what I'm saying? So I'm still to this day going through my own forgiveness process with her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause like you said, she was a child herself.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot of us that fall into that same, where we become children of children,
Right.
And it's hard enough.
And forgiveness and healing is a must, because now with me being 22 years of age, I'm a young man now, so it's no excuses. I'm going to be held accountable for my actions and how my life turns out.
But one thing I can say is just you realizing that is a huge step to realize, to be like, in my opinion, it took a long time for me to get to that spot where I would be like, I had to stop putting fault where I wanted it to lie and put it where it actually lied. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it was the fault, was mine. And once I took that blame, and then I could start fixing stuff, because we're not gonna fix something that we don't see broken. Your tire ain't flat, there's no reason to put air in it, right?
And it's like, I don't know, like everything is in God's timing, and He placed it on my heart to do an interview, you know what I'm saying? And I just feel like this was just the appointed day, I guess, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. And it's not by mistake that we cross each other's path again, because this isn't the first, this isn't the second. We crossed each other's path a lot over the past 6 months, probably.
Yes, and I'm just really trying to get my life together. I did spend these past, so I've been out on the, I stayed with, once I left my parents' home, I was with a friend that I know down Germantown for a couple of days, and then I ended up sleeping down the streets in Center City. I just came down here. I wanted to.
So right now, where are you staying at?
I'm on the streets.
Wherever?
Yes, because of the quarantine, I couldn't even get into a shelter. Anything like that. Everything is completely locked down.
How you supporting your habit?
You don't even need money down here.
Just finding your hustle. Gotcha.
So I'm not really trying to make this an everyday thing and catch that habit again. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to catch it now, but I have been keeping in touch with my caseworker as far as like getting into some type of transition shelter until we find another apartment.
Good.
I'm not trying to really get stuck here again, because I have been stuck here before. It's not fun.
No, not at all. Well, I thank you, brother. I'll keep you in prayer, and believe me, if one of us could do it, we all could do it. And it seems like a lot of the big hurdles you already know. You know what I mean? You obviously know you got a problem. You seek help for it. If somebody was to give you the option to go to a program today, would you take it?
Not today, because I still believe I can catch it before, you know what I'm saying? I go on another run.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, I thank you, brother. I wish you the best. And I'm sure your story is going to resonate with somebody. And you can check out the comments, or if not, the next time I see you, I'll show them to you. All right, brother?
Okay, it was a pleasure, Frank.
Thank you, brother.